What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Pleeka. I'm Jerome.
And I'm Nick.
And today we're talking about Arrow Season 7, Episode 12, The Emerald Archer. 150th episode of Arrow, documentary style. I thought that was pretty cool.
It was cool the way they brought back people.
Yeah, they brought back... I wrote down all the guest stars that did it. So they had... these are their names in the show. Got Sydney Simone. She was with Colton Haynes, Roy, and I think Season 2. Maybe even the end of Season 1. She was there. We got Quentin. He opened the episode. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I didn't expect him to come back. We even actually talked about him last week because they mentioned him, and I was like, oh, it'd be cool to get him for flashbacks, but I doubt he'll come back. And then he's in the next episode. Thea, that was pretty cool. Ragman, which is funny about him. I heard he was like, people were speculating if he's going to be in Arrow this season because he showed up in Canada. Like, people saw him in the airport.
I remember you.
And then, like, 2 hours later, he's back at the airport and left.
Oh.
So people were like, do you make a quick cameo? Like, what was that even about? And then it was just for this, which is funny. I got Barry Allen. That one was pretty dope.
Yeah, I like that too.
I totally didn't expect him to be in the episode. Then I saw Stephen Owl tweet about it.
Yeah.
But that was cool. I liked how he said that. He's like, yeah, he's had a pretty shitty past. Oh, hope he doesn't mind me saying that. And kind of backpedaled a little bit.
It was totally Barry.
Yeah. And then he's like, oh yeah, I didn't know that he was the...
Blew my mind.
yeah, that was pretty funny. But yeah, those are all the guest stars we got for that. But so Emiko gets kidnapped. That kind of sets up when they figure out about the vigilante. And then the next scene after that is William's pissed off at Oliver and Felicity. He was a little weird this episode, and we didn't really get anything resolved with that. So I'm assuming it's going to continue.
Yeah, kind of a good reason to be mad if you were the only one left at the school during Christmas break. Be like, that'd be pretty goddamn boring.
I mean, was he though? Because he got expelled. So
that's true.
How far back did he get expelled?
That's true. I kind of forgot that they said he got expelled.
Yeah. So who knows? But yeah, so we had that, and then Oliver and Diggle find the anti-vigilante's bat cave. And he has a bunch of trophies and masks of vigilantes that he's taken down.
I really like the bad guy. I
liked his suit, and then when it was just some dude from a mental institution, I was like, oh, that's not as cool.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking when the first fight scene that they had.
Yeah, that one was really cool when they were fighting. That's the next thing I wrote down is the fight scene at Adam Hunt's old building. That was really cool. It was almost found footage a little bit, and they were chasing Oliver down the hallway, and they're in the room. You see him fight. That was pretty coal.
Yeah, I just like the whole thing about it, and I was thinking, I kind of wish this guy was something they had to go after, for a couple
two-parter
weeks.
or something like that. Yeah, it was very neat, and his costume looked like a mix between the vigilante and Wild Dog a little bit.
Yeah,
it was pretty cool. We could always see him. It can be I was almost wondering, is this going to be another one of the counts? Because there's been 12 of him on Arrow.
Oh yeah.
Or Count Vertigo. If it'd be another one of him or something, but maybe this guy that people can keep stepping in the role.
Yeah,
and
that'd be kind of cool.
Coming after them every couple seasons.
Yeah.
I did really like the documentary stuff. It almost made me think, oh, they should really do a superhero show like this, where a documentary crew's following him the whole time as they do things. Because it was very neat the way they did it, very different. We haven't seen anything like that at all.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. And it was just. It was different because they show you different angles that you wouldn't normally have.
Yeah,
when they were fighting.
And I liked how they acknowledged the cameras there, and it was just neat and different.
Yeah,
cool that they can still do different things like that 7 seasons in.
Yeah, it was different. It's not something you could do all the time, obviously.
Yeah,
but
so William goes to Wild Dog's place to hang out with Zoe. I still don't like the little girl Zoe.
Really?
I just think she's such a bad actor. All the scenes just come out so cheesy to me.
Oh, see, I didn't even think about that.
It's just I just don't believe she believes anything she's saying. So the whole time she's talking to William, I was like, it's kind of cute that they set those two up, even though I don't remember exactly why, but we were pretty sure the adult William's gay, so I thought maybe that's what it was leading into.
Oh, he was gonna confide in her.
Yeah, but then nothing never came to that with him.
Well, I mean, maybe it takes him a while.
Yeah, but I don't know. I just don't like her. Anytime she's in it, it's always a dumb scene, or she says something stupid. It's just, I don't like it.
See, I feel more like Wild Dog's kind of cheesy around her, but that I never found her cheesy. But I haven't really put much thought into it. It didn't occur to me before.
Oh yeah, to me, I don't think she's. I don't know. It's just the way she. It reminds me of how Wild Dog was delivering his dialogue when we saw future Wild Dog. It's just so cheesy and just lame. But yeah, so after that, Team Arrow fights the anti-vigilante, and everyone gets arrested but Dinah and Oliver. So their fight scene there, that was another really cool fight scene. They had some really good ones this episode.
Yeah. It was really cool. I liked how it took all of them, too, to take them down.
Yeah, it was really cool seeing Team, because, even though like they've all been doing stuff, it kind of hasn't felt the same without them doing that all again.
No, right.
So it was
totally.
cool seeing all them like dressed up again and taking them down. I really liked like every time Dinah screamed or like Oliver shot the electrical arrow on the guy.
Yeah.
That was all really cool.
Yeah, and and to shoot the arrow in him, like what's his name, and to throw him his bow and stuff.
Yeah, when he threw him the bow, I was like, oh, that was really cool.
Yeah.
So the mayor, after all, they get arrested, which it seemed weird because like it was such a bigger deal when Oliver got arrested.
Yeah.
That I was like, okay, where's this gonna go? Because they're not gonna do the rest of the season. Team Arrow in prison.
I was kind of afraid that they might.
I didn't think they would because it just didn't seem as real to me.
I thought it was gonna be that like they were gonna arrest him and then like next week they would do something.
Oh, like get out or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, but literally the next scene after they're all talking, the mayor deputizes Team Arrow, which that's like I didn't think they were gonna get arrested, but I didn't think they were all gonna be deputized.
Yeah, I didn't think that either.
So that'll be interesting where this all leads, especially because right after this we get a flash forward, which I really like. I really love. That's what part of things like about the flashbacks and arrows, the way they transition into them.
Mm-hmm.
That was very creative. I liked how they used the documentary to go into the future. And we see Conor Hawk, which we haven't seen this actor since Legends of Tomorrow.
Yeah, because I've never seen him.
Yeah, he was in Legends of Tomorrow. He's John Diggle Jr. changed his name to Conor Hawk, and he was the new Green Arrow in there.
Right.
I don't know where he fits.
I only know that because you told me.
I don't know where he fits in this timeline because supposedly that timeline was erased. That's what they've told us, and then now this guy's back and all that. So I don't know where this is gonna lead. But they show up at the Arrow Cave in the end, and it seems like they're the bad guys in the future. Because she says she doesn't like the vigilante. They got exactly what they deserved, and like, I didn't expect that.
Yeah, I don't know where that really. I don't know where the future stuff is going because it seems so. Like sometimes when I watch it, I'm thinking, oh well, that doesn't matter because the future isn't set yet. But I'm like, wait, the future is set because we're watching just a show. So like, I don't know. It's very doomsday-ish because if everyone's dead and
it makes me wonder like. Because we know next year's crossover is Crisis on Infinite Earths. I'm assuming because of that, we're never going to see Oliver in this future timeline because most likely he's going to die in that or something. You know, something's going to happen. They don't even want to give us a hint that, oh, everything's fine in this year because, you know what I mean? That'd be kind of lame. But also it's like, does Batwoman not exist anymore? Does Flash not exist anymore? Because I feel like they would be upset that, like, Central City or Star City is, like, fucked up like this. Like, because something happened to get rid of all the vigilantes.
Yeah.
So you'd think
that stuff's usually contained in the city, like just like when they went to.
Well,
Gotham.
but like if every single vigilante in Star City was murdered or something, you don't think Barry Allen would like be interested?
Yeah, he's got his own matters to deal with.
Like it just seems that's what's weird to me. It's like it hasn't even been acknowledged that like, oh, they were busy because vigilantes were dying in their city too, or something like that. You know?
Yeah. Well, it just reminds me of like when they went to Gotham. They're like, oh, it's so messed up here. But it's not like they've ever been there.
But Gotham is always messed up. That's like a thing. That's what Gotham's known for. And they're not killing Batman in the streets and that. Like it just seems weird to me that all of a sudden it's like that.
But if they did kill Batman in the streets, it's not like Arrow would go help.
Well, because he's not friends with Batman. But Barry Allen's a really close friend, so it would make sense to go.
Yeah.
So it just seems weird to me that, and it's like, I don't know. I just find it odd that there's been no mention of other people.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're limited, though, on what they're going to tell us.
Yeah, but I think that's part of like, I was really excited in the beginning for the flashbacks, or flash forwards, but now every time I'm like, boy, I feel like nothing's going to come of this.
Right.
So they almost seem lame at this point.
Right.
But anything else you want to say about this episode?
No, it was unique. I liked it, and then like it's also when I was done, I was like, oh, okay, cool. Now let's get back to the story. Even though it didn't really differentiate from the story, but it felt like its own little episode.
Mm-hmm.
But and then you just want to get back to the way it was.
Yeah. What is the story of this season? You think? Because as you were saying that, I'm like, there is no story this season. It's just been episodes.
Yeah, but I mean, it was Oliver in prison. And now it's Oliver being a cop, basically. Yeah. And now they're all going to be cops.
So now it's NCIS.
Yeah, it's NYPD Blue.
The next episode looked like a horror type episode, which was really cool. The next one?
Yeah, it did.
Looked very interesting.
Yeah.
But all right, that's it for this era review. Comment down below your thoughts on this week's episode down below. And we'll see you guys tomorrow for an episode of Flash.